we have to have a serious conversation about winter rugging here in Australia. It has been a spicy and hot, interesting topic, particularly on TikTok. I'm not too sure about here on YouTube, but we need to have a chat about it. So Australia is a huge company. I'm sure you can imagine, for those that live here, fully aware. Like, absolutely no. It's like a 2-day drive from Cairns down to Brisbane, or maybe 3 with horses, okay? So it takes a while to get around here. It's like a day's drive from where we particularly are here in New South Wales down to Melbourne, but that's not towing, okay? So Jessie's like, oh, that's a good scratch. Jessie loves at scratches, if anyone didn't know. Can't tell it, she definitely hates it at all, you know. Okay, so rugging. Recently a show horse rider has shared on TikTok like the amount of layers that they layer up on their ponies and their horses and whatnot, like 4 or 5 rugs or something, the thin rugs, whatnot. But I cannot stress this enough. We all live in extremely different climates and sections of Australia. We do not all live in the same climate. We all do not live with the same type of breed of horse, doing the same discipline, okay? We're all varying in different disciplines, in different elements, weather elements, doing with different goals and doing different things with our horses. So some need to be clipped, some need to be under light, some need to be stabled, some don't need to be stabled. It's a no-brainer. Please be kind. Please do not go to social media to ask for advice, if that makes sense. If you're not going to paint the whole picture, explain your horse's type, the goal, the discipline, the horse's breed, the climate and where you're living and the temperatures, okay? People aren't going to understand how to correctly answer that without the full picture of information. And this lady has copped a lot of flack. A lot of people have hounded her, having a go at her, people being sarcastic and smart about like not rugging horses in winter. But by all means, North Queensland, you don't really need to rug a horse in winter. They got their, as long as they've got their winter coat, a bit of shelter to get out of the rain, they're fine up there. But down south here in New South Wales, Victoria, maybe even southern, like the Brisbane area, southern Queensland, we're still going to need to rug our horses. Like, naturally horses migrate. Are we aware that most, like birds, they migrate, they get out of the area when it gets cold, they go to warmer climates. Horses do that naturally in the wild. They move, they got to they moved territories to get to where it was warmer, if that makes sense. So, and depends exactly where they are, but this is before fencing and human intervention. But obviously horses have evolved and they are designed to withstand the cold weather elements anyway. But we have to look after them when we've got them fenced in a yard. For my example, I have 4 thoroughbreds and a Shetland pony here in this 6-acre block. There is no grass because we had a bad dry summer autumn period, so the grass didn't grow much. It actually died off and it went brown here. It was very scary. It was like the 2018-19. It was very scary, very, very scary. Not fun to deal with, not anything you wish upon anyone with livestock and drought conditions, okay? So what I'm doing, I'm making sure that my horses have access to 24/7 hay. So they have 2 square bales of Rhodes hay, and then I feed them a biscuit of loosened hay because that's got the extra protein, the different goodness when it's compared to Rhodes hay. So make sure they've always got food in their paddock to keep them warm and keep them, you know, in healthy condition. But rugging, it's all each to our own. It's our own discretion, it's our own decision. We don't have to be told what to do, but it's best to do your research. Do your research for your area, do your research on your horse. You get to know your horse. Some horses, like for example, Shrek is a very warm horse. He doesn't take much to rug, whereas Teddy and Khataaf really feel the cold. Jessie here, she doesn't feel the cold. So Shrek and Jessie are horses that really don't feel the cold, but it is a cold area where we live. So it is my decision that I have just one winter rug, heavy winter rug on my guys, and it stays on after the days start to get really cold. These rugs do not come off. They live in them until we get warmer days. So 24/7 they just live in their heavy rugs. I personally don't see the point, but this is my own opinion. I don't see the point in putting a cotton underneath these rugs. They've got their own fur, they've got their long winter coats on naturally, so I don't clip them, I don't take that away from them. They're natural insulation. They have the tree lines here in this paddock to get out of the wind and whatnot, and there's a hedge up in the back corner, so they've got those windbreaks to get out of the really cold wind when that's blowing through. So assess the situation. I personally would love stables. Like when I buy my own property, each horse is going to have a stable regardless, if that makes sense. But right now I've got to wait, got to be patient and wait, and then when the time is right, I can do that. But for the time being, for my horses in a paddock, they're just going to live in a winter heavy rug. So I just get the heaviest fill, like the 300 gram fill. If there's anything even thicker or heavier than that, I go that. I think it's like 350 maybe, or 380, something along those lines. But I just stick with the 300 gram fill. Jessie here is wearing a Storm King from Newmarket Saddlery. She's had this rug since 2021 when I first got her off the track for her first winter. A couple of the buckles are a bit busted, but apart from that, this rug has been great and it's going strong for her. It's still keeping her nice and warm and well protected in the cold weather elements. And like putting my hand up here to check her around there in the kidney area, she's warm. She's toasty warm. She's not hot and sweaty. She's just a content snuggly warm. So that's what we want when we're rugging our horses, for them to be warm and dry. That's the bait. Like these rugs are waterproof. They keep them dry when it's rainy and frosty and all that yucky cold winter weather, the wet weather. So yeah. And to wrap this up, at the end of the day, please go get professional advice. Talk to your vet in the area. They know the area, they know the horse, they know what the horse should be, you know, cared for in that condition if you're unsure, if you don't know. And please go talk to your produce store. Talk to them. They'll most likely be the ones selling the rugs there. Or you can reach out to different brands and talk to them, like Newmarket Saddlery, Weatherby to go to Horseland, Saddle World, EQ Saddlery. You know, there's all these different brands out there. There's no excuse anymore for anyone not to go and educate themselves and not to figure out what is best for their horse to do. Okay, obviously once you've got a few miles under your belt in the way of hours and years of owning horses and experience, then you know off by heart, it's like second nature to you what to do in different weather element conditions. But it's always best to talk to the professionals and get the professionals' opinion. There might be a new design of rug that's come out that might be better suited for your climate that you're not aware of yet, but the produce people will be able to steer you in that direction and show you, and you can think about it, or you can buy it, do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, you need to prioritize your horse's health and well-being and make sure that they are as comfortable as they possibly can be in these weather conditions. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now and I'll leave you alone. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that and talk seriously about just get professional advice. Don't worry about social media and asking someone. And please don't bully anyone. Please don't be mean to anyone online on how they care for their horse. They're trying their best. If they're trying their best, okay? Be it 5 rugs or 1 rug, okay? It does not matter. It's not your horse. If they were starving, if they were shivering, you know, it's a different case. Then you want to step in and put your 2 cents forward. But don't be rude. Give advice and go, hey, I suggest, look at this, from what I'm seeing, the horse looks like this and this and this, and you know, in my experience, my opinion, I would do this. Go about it like that. Don't hound them and go, you're a terrible person, you're not doing it right. We all start somewhere, those that are learning, and I don't know, there are some extremists out there, but leave them be. If the horse is not in serious harm, it's okay. You just have to walk away, unless you want to take it up with the RSPCA or the council or whatever. Go do that, but don't lose any sleep over it if the horse is not in extreme danger. Okay. What do you reckon, Jessie? That was enough? That was enough. I've talked long enough. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for listening if you've made it this far. And I'll see you in the next video. Maybe should I do like these like monthly little check-ins of hot, spicy topics that I've seen on social media, like TikTok and whatnot? Should we bring it here and have a conversation about it? I think so. I think that would be fun. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Toodles, bye!